If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine. And maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them. From disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Bossman Show here with the head coach, Lincoln, Pennsylvania Lions. Coach Frank Turner will be on the Bossman Show. You see him in the screen there doing big things in his office. Coach, what's up, man? Good to talk to you, brother.
Hey, Bossman, I appreciate the invite. Glad to be on the show, man.
Man, Coach, first of all, glad to getting me named head coach. So let me ask you that, man. How did it feel when they named you the head coach here after being there since 18, man? Doing things on the defense side of the ball. They say, hey, coach, we're going to turn over to you.
Man, it was a great feeling. It was a great feeling, opportunity that I'm grateful for. Anytime that you get an opportunity to be a head coach in this profession, man, it's a blessing because in my time in this business, I've met, I know a lot of great guys, man, that have a wealth of experience that hadn't had this opportunity to be a head coach. So you can't take this opportunity lightly, man. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be a head coach here at Lincoln University, the nation's first degree granting HBCU, and I'm very grateful for that. But it was also good because a lot of these guys I've actually recruited stepping into recruiting coordinator role 2-3 years ago, kind of stepping in doing what I got to do. But a lot of these guys on the team, I actively recruited, so it was a great feeling.
No doubt, Coach Turner. And I must tell you, Coach, I think what you said is so important because sometimes footballs, us both playing, we kind of be siloed where offense is with the offense, defense with defense, and you don't
Right,
really touch point with everybody on the roster. And special teams coordinator did, of course, but when you get siloed, you get siloed. Being a critical coordinator, talking to all the guys, all these different guys. So now as the head coach, you already have a relationship with these guys. It's not like, who are you?
yeah,
So that's very
right,
important.
right. Right. I mean, though, that's one thing I didn't have to worry about. I already built those relationships through the recruiting process. So, got to have a great handle and a great feel for the guys that's on this roster, and feel really good about it.
And may I ask you this as well. At what point in your time playing and in your life journey, you decided you want to get into coaching? This will be your life's path.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't want to be a coach at first. I got done playing ball at Albany State University. I had dreams and aspirations just like everybody else to play at the next level. And it didn't go the way I planned. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's a story for another day. But in the event of that, I kind of matriculated for a couple of years and was into some other stuff, but it was just never. It's always had that void, and I want to say one day I actually started coaching youth football and travel ball. And it just from there was just kind of like much I said, hey, look, I ain't really trying to do all this. Now, just like you say, man, the game kept calling me back, and here I am.
Man, man. I know what you mean, Coach. I know for me, I never saw myself being a radio dude. I was the anti-social, can't believe it, shy guy. But now I'm doing this over a decade because, man, like you said, the ball does start for us and having that plan, and this keeps me close to the game still by covering the game. I don't gotta take
Right.
any hits or losses. My hair ain't gonna go gray like some of my buddies do, like my man in Edward Waters, Toriano. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now, this is not for everybody. Everybody think they want to coach. It's a reason why it's on now. It's a reason why because you can have all the perfect plays drawn up, but it's no it's no criticism in there like they coming with it on the sideline. But you
What
get
you
it all in
said,
this seat.
Coach, man. And may I ask you this, man, just thinking about that, man. How did you prepare to become a head coach while still being loyal to your boss? I know now as a co-host, I have my ideas, but I didn't always say it. I didn't want to, be undercutting the man per se. So how do you kind of be in this role when you're an assistant coach and not wanting to be disloyal to your boss?
Well, if you're a good number two, you already getting prepared for the position anyway. It don't have anything to do with undercutting, because as being a number two, a lot of stuff roll downhill anyway. So you stepping in that role and you doing your job to make sure that your boss man is being successful and doing the things that he need to do, take that pressure off of him. I mean, that's why, when you talk about all the great head coaches, you gotta have a great number two. I mean, that's really what it's all about. So, I mean, me and Josh Dean, man, I got a great relationship, man. It's like a brother to me. So it was one of those things where, although coming to Lincoln, it really, like I said, it really wasn't. Hey, I want to be the head coach. It was just, hey, I'm gonna be the best assistant I can be. I'm gonna be the best coach I can be, and in doing that is doing my job to the fullest and beyond. And and stepping into this role, I think of it as I want to be. What do I want to be a number two to be? So I always try to lead by example. So it ain't really just no sitting down the point for me. I'm trying to get in there and I'm trying to lead by example.
And Coach, also tell me this for those listening here on my affiliates here throughout Atlanta and beyond. through DC to all my affiliates. For when you look for a player to become a Lincoln University Lion, what are you looking for in a player, and what are the pillars of your program they must abide by once in your program?
All right. Well, we preach the line way here. Everything starts with discipline, execution, and tenacity. And you can take those things and apply them through life. And we want guys that are disciplined guys, execute at a high level, and just playing with that team, man, that tenacity, that being relentless. We're looking for those guys that want to come in and continue to push this program forward. I mean, but when you start talking about just really getting into it, we looking for size just like everybody else. And we putting a premium on size up front. We trying to find those guys O-line, D-line, the center guards, the tackles, defensive linemen, and we're looking for a certain type. Everybody has their scheme, what they run. So a lot of times in the recruiting process, sometimes where you tell a guy or you tell a coach, hey, he's not going to fit what it is that we do. Is no knock as far as whether that guy can play here. It's just that he don't fit what we do. If anybody knows me and know where I come from, and if you know about Albany State football, that hey, that's just where we come from, and we like to be O-line, D-line. They can move, of course, and we try to put a premium on that. And sometimes we got to go out and a lot of times we raise them up. So it's not like, we know we're not going to get that Power 5 guy. We're not going to get those high quality guys. So, we know we got to get them young, raise them up, develop them. And that's what we're all about. I feel like, staff that we have here right now, we put a real emphasis on developing and retention. And, we got to specialize in that because you're not going to get the high profile guys all the time. So, as a coach, you better be able to develop and you better be able to retain them. Transfer portal and stuff, that's hard now. So, but that's what you're able to do real well. And somebody's supposed to do something with the ball, man. Got to be able to do something with the ball. We all looking for that guy.
Man, what you said there, brother. Hey, there you get it there, right? And let me ask you this is also the point I want to ask you about. With the Power 5 FBS wanting, known commodities per se, on older players in this COVID year, still kind of guys going through the system. If this allows you to get better high school players, you might not usually would get based on how the FBS and FCS wants a certain thing, and now you can probably get them at your level now a little bit quicker.
I think, where we at right now, I think we've actually been taking advantage of that since COVID. Getting guys that we probably normally wouldn't get, but because how everything is thrown off because of what's going on, we're able to get a certain caliber kid in, and we're able to develop them. Some may be ready to, I ain't gonna necessarily say play right away, but from a body type, durability. When you're talking about freshmen, you may get a very talented freshman, but is he durable enough to make it through a season? So, you're looking at it from that aspect as well. We have been able to capitalize as far as what's been going on in the world of, transfer portal, COVID, all that stuff like that. So we've been able to get some good talent here. Been able to retain them too for the most part, especially these last couple of years.
And talk about the CIAA, man. I know now I'm famous for in CIAA basketball. It was Charlotte. I'm famous for that. I ain't gonna lie to you about that, coach. That's my birthday week. I'm up there kicking it. But tell us about to play football, the tradition you all have football as well.
Since I've been in the CIAA, it's a good brand of football, man. Especially non-star division north. It's very competitive. Everybody on this side, you're talking about Bowie State, you're talking about Virginia Union, Virginia State, Elizabeth City. Now we got Bluefield on our side, man. You got Fayetteville in the South, which is always really consistent. Since I've been in, as well as it's a strong conference, and you better bring your lunch pail, man. Especially week in and week out, and only the strong survives, man. So you talking about when you get down to the end of that schedule, that's when that depth shows who's standing, who is the most healthiest when you get to October.
And then, Coach, also with you being in Pennsylvania, you have the elements of weather, wind, and which helps the third phase of that game as well, special teams and teams like down south towards where I'm at, and used to that cold or that on that days of Pennsylvania that may be kind of windy and around a little ugly.
Yeah.
So the how's it with them home games late in the year, man, knowing that phase of the game can really help you out, with the weather helping you as well.
Well, right now we got to get to that level of football where those elements can come into play. Right now we're talking about playoff football. Now that's what we're talking about. We get you in the playoffs and you got to come up, but that's a whole different animal. You talking about November, weather's still pretty decent. So, we're trying to get to that level. Playoff brand of football where those type of things will become a factor. We you talking about we get a playoff game up there in Lincoln, man. That's historic. So, that's what we pushing for, man. But yeah,
Man, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. And you put in Albany State, talk about the talent down here in Georgia. Like people don't realize I tell all the time because I'm biased, but there's so much talent in the state of Georgia that you can pluck from and pick off from. And phones because the coaching high school down here is so good and high level.
yeah. I mean, it's like what you want to take that rock and throw it. It's everywhere. Especially down in the state of Georgia, Southwest Georgia. Then you talking about recruit, man. You just gotta learn those pockets, man. You talking about, the Thomasvilles. You talking about, Mitchell County. I can go on and on, man. Old Sill, Fitzgerald, Van Alster. I mean, it's that's just all the stuff that people may know of, but it's so many pockets, man. Miller County, um, it's so many pockets, man, in the state of Georgia that where it's like if you learn them, you build relationships there, you can build a solid program.
Well, yes, you better believe that. And man, Coach Baskets, man, how's it feel to be able to help lead young black men at HBCU school? Like I feel like for me, man, going to Tennessee State, people look like me who understood me, and that really did a lot for me. So how's that for you, man, helping these young men become better young men on and off the field, man?
Man, that's one of my passions in life, man. I love being a part of that process, especially talking about these 4 years. This is very important times in these guys' lives where they got to figure out what it is that they're doing because they're getting ready to transition into the real world, man. So it's like, you trying to save them from mistakes because I done probably made a couple of them for you. So just listen to me and let me take that pressure off you. But it's just a joy, man. If it wasn't for the pressure and that comes with this profession as far as the wins and losses, I mean that's really what kind of taints this thing a little bit, man. Because kind of like you got to make a decision sometimes. It forces you to make a decision because at the end of the day you got to win. In order for me to be in a position to care and to effectively help you and guide you, I have to win because I'm not going to get any trophies. I'm not going to get any credits for uh, how many guys I help matriculate and get a job. Although that's more valuable than a win and a loss, but you're not going to get credit for that. So the flip side of that is I got to be able to win to stay in this position to help you guys and to be there and be that listening ear for you guys and that guide for you.
Well, Coach, I'm gonna do everything I can to help you win on my end, man. I try to help out the black schools and the black coaches, man. And you went to school in Georgia, my home state. I didn't go to school in my home state, but you did. So it's already out, but gotta make sure I take care of you, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. At the end of the day, Georgia was good to me, man. It helped me become the person that I am today. I mean, I'm from Alabama, so it was like I went from humid to humider. It was just like bam, bam. Take your pick. But at the end of the day, so, Alabama, great state for football. Georgia, great state for football. But Georgia has played a major piece in the person that I am today.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, that's Coach Frank Turner on the Bossman Show. Lincoln University Lions, the Lion Way. Check for those guys I see out the blade. Make sure you show my man support on Twitter as well.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Anytime, Coach.
All right.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z. Sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews. You name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine. And maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them. From disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.